This is the story of a man named Steve. It's not a very long story. He doesn't even die at the end. I know, it sounds very boring, but nobody else here wants to listen, so I'm afraid you don't really have much choice. Where was I? Ah yes, this is Steve. Steve lay asleep in bed, peaceful and content. Soon he would awaken, taking the first steps of another day closer to world domination.
Yeah. World domination, yes, we've heard it all before. Could you at least let my alarm clock wake me up for once? So, what does King Steve have on his mighty schedule for today?
It's another Wednesday, so a few hours at the office and a date with the lovely Polly in the evening.
Sounds good to me.
As Steve, destined leader of the known world, set off on his way to work, His Majesty forgot the keys. Ah, at last, the locksmith had arrived. If only she were a minute later, Steve could have corrected his zipper in time. Steve knew that the locksmith had seen the gaping hole in the centre of his trousers. She in fact could distinctly tell you what colour Steve's boxers were. They were red. This simply would not do, Steve thought. I can't have any old locksmith wandering about knowing what colour my boxers are. This was his only chance. Nobody else could know, nobody else would. Steve very carefully reached for the sword he had conveniently kept in this particular pair of trousers for such an occasion. Steve raised his smiting hand, ready to lay down what would one day be his first law. Nobody may know what Steve's underwear looks like. Oh God, Steve, I wasn't serious. What the hell are you doing? Come now, Stephen. I thought it was rather funny. Steve just barely makes it to the bus stop in time, where even a second later, his entire day would have gone up in flames, his future jeopardised, and his hard work all for nothing.
There's no buses.
What? But I thought... let's see now. It's the 18th today.
What?
Oh, it's nothing. I found the right script for today, is all. Yes, the buses aren't running until the evening, I'm afraid.
So what now?
I suppose we get you back home for now. Let's try and start over.
So what if I hadn't noticed the sign?
Eh?
I mean, what if I hadn't pointed out that there was no buses? Would you have made one arrive anyway?
Not quite. I have rules to follow.
Rules? How does that work?
Well, I wrote every script for every single day of your life.
So you know when I'm gonna die?
I know everything there is to know about you, Steve. That is simply how it is.
Oh, okay then.
This is the story of a man named Steve. It's not a very long story. He doesn't even die at...
Right, can we skip past this please to the bit where I'm dressed?
If you insist.
So what's the actual plan?
Suddenly, Steve discovered that everyone he loved had unfortunately died in a tragic fire. See? If you just let me tell the story normally, this sort of thing wouldn't happen.
No, please.
All right. It turned out that by pure coincidence, all of Steve's friends had mistakenly messaged him instead of other Steve in their social group, whose family had unfortunately died in a tragic fire. Steve breathed a sigh of relief. Imagine if that had been my family, he thought. He laughed and forgot all about it in a matter of minutes. Steve, after an arduous yet boring day at the office, was finally able to go home and relax. He had, in fact, been informed that due to other Steve's lack of input at work since his bereavement, our Steve could expect a promotion very soon. Oh, what's this? Evidently, this was the work of the beautiful Polly. Of course! How could Steve possibly forget? This was their 5th anniversary. The couple's usual tradition of sharing a meal together was quashed when Steve discovered that he couldn't...
No, you can't do this. You can't do this.
What's wrong? You're supposed to be happy. Good Lord, it's that 18th. I had no idea
You expect me to believe that? That's the 2nd time today. You don't mess up twice in one day. That doesn't happen. Now tell me what is going on and what do you mean by that 18th? You know what? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. You probably had this plan from the very beginning, yeah? This breakup.
I never really liked Polly that much, you know.
Are you serious right now? She literally just broke up with me.
Okay, I understand, Steve. You need some time to recover. Take as long as you need. After taking as much time as he felt appropriate, Steve realized that Polly was, in fact, holding him back from achieving his true goals in life. She taught him compassion and kindness. Useless traits for the weak-minded.
The only weak-minded one here is you. God only knows how many years
18.
I have done nothing but follow you about, and for what? Something so out of proportion, so far away from where I am right now, I don't even know the point. I can't believe you strung me along for this long.
Steve.
You have done nothing for me. You have too much control over me and you have brainwashed me. My friend, Steve, lost his whole family today and you use it as an excuse to give me a promotion? My girlfriend breaks up with me through a bloody note! And you say I'm meant to feel liberated!
Steve.
What am I meant to do? How do I know that I'm going to be king of the world one day? How? How can you guarantee that?
Steve.
You have done nothing for me. What if I just want to be happy?
I thought this would make you happy, Steve. I haven't changed my promise since I first met you when you were 10 years old. If you did exactly as I said for the rest of your life, that you would be king of the world.
Well done. Well done for conning a literal child out of his freedom.
Now listen here, Steve. I'm not going to say this again, so listen carefully. I will not tolerate this kind of behaviour. It isn't like you. And I don't much care for it. I played along with your little game earlier today, but you're simply asking too many questions. Now straighten up your act and get to bed.
Wow. Got some ice cream in the freezer. Won't pity eat itself, will it?
There, doesn't that feel better? It's easier to let me handle life. All you have to do is live it, Steve.
Right, can you just... I don't want to hear another word out of you unless it's really, really important. Do you understand that? Polly.
Rise and shine, Sleeping Beauty. A brand new day awaits.
What do you want?
Oh, nothing really. Just that you might want to check your phone. You really have been asleep for quite some time.
Steve? Is that you? Where on earth have you been? I've been trying to call you all day.
Hi, no, ma'am. I've only just woken up. What's wrong? What's the matter?
It's your father.
Okay, no. Yes, no, I'm on my way. I'll be there now, okay? I'll be there now.
What seems to have happened here, Stephen?
You stay out of this.
It wouldn't have anything to do with your father's heart, would it? I wonder how he's doing right now. Ooh, what if he's already dead? Wouldn't that be exciting? No matter what you do, Steve, your father will die. However much freedom you think you have, you are mine.
This feels like a trap.
Didn't think we had time to pose, Steve. What are you waiting for?
Oh, Steve, what are you so wrong?
I got your note this morning.
I'm sorry, Steve. I don't know what came over me. I suddenly felt like it was time to move on, you know?
I don't think now's the time to talk about it. Have you been here long?
Your mom called me here after trying you for ages. I only got here half an hour ago.
Does she know?
No, not yet. I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm sorry for breaking your fragile little heart just before your father dies.
Please, stop.
Who are you talking to, Steve?
I can't tell her. She'll think I'm crazy. I couldn't possibly tell her about this voice I've had in my head since I was 10 years old.
Okay, shut up!
What's going on, Steve?
Dad!
Came.
Yeah, well, of course I came.
I came to watch the life slip from your eyes, you pathetic maggot.
Listen, I'm not going to go anywhere until you're back in your own bed, okay?
I used to say that to you as a boy, to get you to go to bed. Here you are telling me off. What I want to do is just sleep here.
What do you want from me?
Ah, I was worried I was starting to lose you there, Stephen.
Enough. This is about you and me. You didn't have to drag Polly into this. You didn't have to drag my dad into this. This is about you and me. Now what do you want?
I want you to reach the top of the food chain and finally see that I am the food chain. I control all. None control me.
Well, that's where you're wrong, you old bastard. You're not controlling me anymore. And you know what? I don't want to rule the world. And I definitely don't want to be your puppet.
You've come so far, Steve. Why throw it all away now? It's such a small sacrifice for so much power. Isn't this what you've dreamed of since you were a child?
I dreamed. To hell with your dreaming and your destiny. I want my life. It's mine, not yours. I want my boring life with my boring girlfriend and my boring family, and I don't care. I don't care about my future. I don't care about any of it. I will never surrender to you. Never. And I don't want to hear your voice anymore. Not now I know what you really are.
I didn't think this day would come so soon. I didn't know it was this 18th. The 18th you finally woke up. Looks like this is the last script I ever read. Farewell, Steve.
I'll be waiting for you in hell.
I might not rule the world. I might not even be remembered. But this is my story, and the only one who can tell it is me. Okay, let's go.
Are you okay? Can you talk?
Come back to us, come on.
Okay.
Fine. Fine.